we passed the dam and carried on up the slope toward where we held our meeting yesterday, and it was a really good spot. Saya's already exhausted. Are you getting tired, Saya? You probably haven't done this in a long time. Alright. She looked a little unsteady on her feet, though. She's like the cute little fucking adorable, not physically inclined person. We'd walked a pretty long way, and now we were on uneven ground. I glanced around for something to support her, but I couldn't find anything, so fuck it. Here, hold on. Oh, he's using himself! Saya took the hand I held out to her. We linked arms and clumsily staggered up the slope. God damn it. I could carry you if you want. Now they really are stars. Damn it. I was hoping. You were about to say yes, weren't you? Don't need to be shy. I just wanted to carry you, alright? Saya thumped my arm and blushed bright red. A few feet away, Hikari watched us. Oh my god. A smile came to her lips. It may have been perfectly innocent, but knowing Hikari, it totally wasn't perfectly innocent and probably had some hidden meaning. Well, what? You're creeping me out over there, just giggling like crazy. Squeeze me? We are not together. What? Confused, Sai and I looked at each other, then back to Hikari, then to the ground, then back at each other, then back to Hikari. We're not, like not together. Yeah, see? What was she talking about now? What, I can't just help my friend by princess bridal carrying her everywhere? We didn't break up. We were never going out to begin with. God, I just spit all over my keyboard. Hikari looked to Saya for an explanation. Saya seemed troubled but didn't say anything. We are not a couple. I haven't even chosen the route yet. Jesus. Whoa! Oh, you mean this? It sounded like she'd got the wrong idea about Saya clinging on to me. But we've like always done this, right? Even like when we were little and shit. Well, eventually, not right away. What? Hikari looked at me and Saya like we had a couple screws loose. Did you like want the other arm? Here, take it. Come here. Come on. Wow. Why the fuck not? Nah, that was just a sound like that. Really? Also, she's really angry. That is the look of someone who does not want that to happen. Really? You can't lie to me, Saya. I saw it. This is like a cute pleading face, though. Hikari gave an exaggerated shudder and bounded up the hill, full of energy. Like old times. We walked on toward our secret observatory, continuing our conversation. Oh shit, man. Whoa, okay. After climbing a little further, we arrived at a line of trees. There was an animal trail leading through a small forest. Watch your step. You can tell it's kind of rocky. If you fall, I'm gonna be mad. I mean, I'm holding on to her, so it'd be my fault. Still holding on to me, Saya took a furtive step forward. Yeah. So I look up at the sky, but there's trees in the way. The forest floor didn't get much light, so there wasn't a lot of new grass, leaving our old dirt path to look more or less like the same as it always had. Walking along that path, supporting Saya as I went, I couldn't help but remember that day. Oh shit. The day the three of us had discovered our secret observatory.
学校終わったら探しに行こう。
Hikari had suddenly came up with that idea one afternoon. We had met up at the bridge after school and walked on into the mountains, just like we were doing now. Oh!
早く早く。
This is like Inception. Flashback Inception.
待って、
You guys, wait up for Saya. Saya, take my hand. I don't know who she heard that story about the meteor from, but it didn't sound very likely to me. Even if it were true, we'd never find it. We didn't have any idea where to look. And even if that was true, people would have found it anyway before us.
大丈夫、磁石持ってきたから。隕石には磁石がくっつくんだって。
I mean, smart idea, but not gonna work out that way. Actually, not all meteorites contain magnetic metals. Fuck! But we didn't know that back then. We were just clueless little kids with all the time in the world. Especially Hikari. She never seemed to run out of energy. She's literally like a fucking the Energizer Bunny, except way worse.
暗いよ。お化け出ない？
Oh, ghosts don't exist out here. It's fine.
大丈夫。さやのことは私たちが守るから。
She will too. She'll fucking flying crane kick at the ghosts. Yeah, we both will. Don't be scared. We were totally serious, and I think Saya could tell. Taking courage from what we'd said, Saya ran after Hikari, still holding onto my hand, which meant I got dragged along with her. Do your legs hurt?
そうじゃないの。
We like,
ちょっと怖いなって思って。
It is just like the old days. Was it the darkness of the forest that scared her? I feel like for me, I'd be unsettled in a dark forest that was like creepy looking. You know, like how the trees are kind of just like bent or warped a little bit. Like I'd be like, ugh. Come on, Saya, you're not a little kid anymore. The old station wasn't far beyond the forest. We all had so many special memories of that place. I wondered what it looked like now. Well, from going there yesterday, I knew the train was still there, but it had been dark and I'd only been able to make out its silhouette. It was probably a mess now. Well, it's probably been untouched still. When we saw it, would we get the same unpleasant feeling we got from looking at the dam? Maybe I was scared too. Scared of seeing something that used to mean a lot to me now in ruins.
あ、出口だよ。
It's like, yeah, you saw the silhouette. It's still there. Hikari pointed toward a gap in the trees where the sun was shining. She started jogging towards it. Nothing ever got that girl down. Hey, wait up! You know, we gotta... Oh my god. We matched Hikari's pace and followed her out of the forest. So I look up at the sky. Sure enough, there was the abandoned station and its sole occupant. The fucking train. It's probably, yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Nothing's gonna happen to it. It's gonna just stay there forever that way. ... It was pretty run down and ragged, but then again, it hadn't exactly been new when we used it. When we used to come here, seeing it in the light of day, I'm sure we all thought the same thing. Still the same as ever. Yup, it hadn't changed. There really was something special about this place. It's almost like the river of time just passes it by. Oof. For a while, we just stood on the platform and took it all in. Just like the first time. Oh, we're gonna have another flashback, aren't we? We'd stood like this when we discovered this place while looking for meteorites. A station!
列車がある。でも誰もいないね。廃駅だよ。だってここの路線はもう今は使われてないはずだもん。
That's literally what abandoned means. So they just left the train here? Seems like a big waste of resources, honestly. Hikari ran along the platform.
ドア開いてる。中入れるよ。
I don't want to go in that train. Wait a sec. There could be like badgers in there trying to kill you. Oh, we're good. Alright. We're actually not dead. Wow, the inside actually looks really good. The fuck? There was only one door open at the end of the carriage. Saya and I followed Hikari through that one open door.
綺麗なまんまだね。
Yeah, it literally looks new. What the shit is this? Oh, probably because the doors were closed. The door at the back leading to the second car was also shut, so the interior of that car wasn't very messy at all.
すごいすごい。
This could be it. You know, guys, I got an idea. This could be our own place now. All thoughts of the alleged meteorite disappeared from our heads in a flash. This had felt like the discovery of the century.
ねえ、ここは私たちの秘密基地にしようよ。
I'm okay with that. Sai and I eagerly agreed to Hikari's suggestion. We felt like no one could have a better secret base than this, but I added a suggestion of my own. No, wait. How about a secret observatory? Yes! See, the starry eyes! That means I'm doing something right! Oh, she didn't do the starry eyes. After that, we cleaned up the inside of the car and brought in food, furniture, and a few pieces of junk that we considered treasures. Oh, God.
あの頃と
Wow. We did bring, like, a bunch of shit in here.
全然変わってないね。
Oh, God. Well, it wasn't as clean, and it had gotten rustier. There were also a few more dead leaves and cobwebs than there used to be. But it had survived. Our stuff was still here, too. It really hadn't changed as much as I thought it would have.
大きなタイムカプセルみたい。
Yeah, that's like, it's like a blast from the past. Straight up. I stepped outside and took another look at the train car's exterior. It was rusty. And the paint was peeling in places. The windows were caked in dirt, but not yet broken. I can't believe it. The station was part of the line run by the railway company Hikari's dad worked for. But before I even moved here, part of the track had been buried in a landslide, and rather than recover it, they just discontinued the line. cut their losses. The train car had been here during the landslide. I guess that's why they left it here to rust. We never found out for sure. I suppose that it would have taken a lot of money and effort to move it, but no one would really mind it being left in a remote place like this. And so, we were the ones that found this forgotten train. Then we had made it our secret observatory. This train is the Milky Way Railroad Observatory, headed for the sky. Though we three have conquered the solar system, our journey is not yet over. Jesus, these fucking kids. Well, not kids now, but back in the day. Oh my God.
あったよ、秋田。
Oh my God. It's the ancient ancient one's evil eye. There we go. Hikari peeked out through the door. What?
ほら、これ。なんだっけ。
You really want to make Saya say it?
Ancient Evil Eye. そう、それ。
Fucking her and Hikari and Akito just fucking love making her say that.
恥ずかしいからって私に言わせるのやめてよね。
That is precisely why. Also, you're the cutest one out of all of us, so it's funnier that way. What the shit? That piece of junk known as the Ancient One's Evil Eye was enshrined at the back of the car. It was just a thick piece of colorless glass. It had a round shape, and its surface was covered in concentric circles that spread out like ripples in the water. That actually looks pretty cool. That's what made it look like an eye. Back when we were in 6th grade, it was decided that our school was going to be shut down at the end of the year. They had started demolishing the older school buildings ahead of time. That's where the old decoration came from. We always thought it was creepy when we were little, so we decided to give it a creepy name. The Ancient One's Evil Eye. It's not really creepy, it's just corny. When we had tried to make a Dobsonian telescope before, I asked Miss Satome if we could use this for the telescope's objective mirror. John Dobson had used glass from ship portholes in the telescopes that were later named after him. So I thought we could maybe do this something similar. Plus, it felt like the Ancient One's Evil Eye must have some kind of amazing power slumbering in within it. Ooh, in the end, though, it didn't work out. Our telescope was never completed. Ooh, it feels bad, man. Maybe it was too ambitious of a project for us while we were still that young. What? And now all we had left was this piece of glass. I knew we hadn't thrown it away, but I couldn't remember what happened to it.
なんでも宝物見つけたって言って拾ってくる光のおかげだね。
Anything that's shiny.
人をカラスか何かみたいに言わないでくれるかな。
Look at this fucking train. I bet 90% of the stuff is your doing. This old train really was a time capsule. We can't carry this all the way back home. Let's come back tomorrow with like a wheelbarrow or something. How did we manage to even to move this around before? Good lord. Hold on. Can we like take a look-see? Shit, man. Oh, I don't want to close it. There we go. So we got a bunch. We got this stuff. We got some play toys. We literally have a bookshelf with books. We have a radio, a flashlight, all sorts of shit. We have this fucking Kataru plushie over here. Why do we have fishing poles and a net? I don't understand. That's fine. That little mystery still stayed hanging in the air, but satisfied that the glass was still there, I turned to leave.
どこ行くの?
I'm leaving. What do you want? Home? Hikari looked confused. It's not like there's any point in sticking around.
でもせっかく来たんだしさ。ねえ、さや。
Yeah, and we like spent so much time coming up here. Saya watched me trying to call me back. Sorry, gotta head to work. Damn, I said curtly and left the two girls behind. Wow! Oof. That's an oof, if I ever did see one. Just straight up, fuck you, I'm leaving. Thank you, please come again. I'm Haru now. I had finally finished serving the last customer and heaved a sigh of relief. The store was pretty busy at this time of day when lots of people were headed home from work and they probably bought all my pork buns. Once we dealt with them, though, we had some time to breathe before the next train of commuters arrived. Yeah, the sun had long since set and it was dark out. Wonder if they're still there. They probably are, to be honest. I looked at my phone, but had no new messages. Hikari had come here by train. Jeez, at least drop in on your way back. She didn't leave! She's probably still up there doing... just hanging around, I guess. Well, after I'd left them both behind like that, I couldn't blame Hikari if she'd gone home without saying anything to me. What was she thinking? I became irritated just thinking about Hikari's actions over the last few days. I still couldn't work out why she joined the astronomy club.
スマイル、スマイル。外からも見えてるわよ。
Oh, you telling me that I'm gonna scare the customers? That's fucking rich. Miss Miharu appeared from the back room. I like how, as we grew older and with the person that she became, we just stopped being respectful. And by saying her last name, we just don't care anymore. Damn it. There's a fan disc for her too, but it's not translated. That's a feels bad, man. It was true that when it was this dark outside, you could see the inside of the store clearly. Even if I couldn't smile, I could at least try not to look irritated. Thanks for today.
ああ、カンパね。
Yeah, you have literally no money, but there aren't all that many people I can count on. You really helped me out. Damn, don't boost your ego.
見え張って最後の紙のお金出しちゃったから、すっからかんよ。明日にでも母さんに泣きつかないとだわ。
Listen. Really? Was it really safe to ask for money after getting chewed out earlier that same day? Which means that really was all the money she had? I'm really sorry, okay? I'm really, really sorry.
いいのよ。あのくらい。
I could get more money, it's fine. Shrugging off her mom's lecture was something she was used to. Miss Maharu went to open the warm pork bun case, but stopped. Go on and take one. My treat. Oh, she's doing a little blush. Maybe she felt a little weird about being treated like by a former student because Miss Maharu blushed a little when she nodded. I rang the purchase and pulled out my wallet to pay. Here's some coffee, too. I poured out a cup of coffee. There you go. I already knew how Miss Maharu liked it. Lots of milk and sugar, probably to cover the coffee taste.
ドブソニア、楽しみだわ。
Me too. You can come see it when we're done.
あたぼうよ。こっちとら全財産投資したんだからね。
You did. Hold on. You didn't actually have to give us the money. Miss Maharu grumbled as she took her coffee. Most of the Six Stars Club activities are going to be held out in the mountains, I think, so... You could join us for stargazing. You don't get many chances to watch the stars these days, right? I knew better than anyone that Miss Maharu didn't have the money for proper stargazing equipment. She wasn't just avoiding it like me.
そんな心配までしてくれなくていいんだよ。
But...
あんたたちのためにできることがあるなら、なんだってやるわよ。
She fucking just starts eating because she doesn't care anymore. Miss Maharu bit into her steaming pork bun. I couldn't tell if she was being sincere or just kidding around.
昼間のあれ、本当にあのほうき星なんだね。
Hearing your mouth full just makes me want a pork bun. Sure is. I was still coming to grips with it, honestly. Miss Maharu decided not to go over to the cafe area, but stayed at the counter, silently eating her bun. We really like these pork bun things, don't you?
ちっちゃい頃から食べてるからね。私にとっちゃソウルフードみたいなもんよ。
Oh, I could go for some comfort food. Ooh. Even Miss Maharu had been a kid once. Surprising. Obviously she had, but it was hard to imagine. She was already an adult when I first met her. It was easy to think she'd always been like that. Back when we were kids, these pork buns were a luxury item. Whenever we had some extra allowance or were really craving them, we'd all just pitch in and buy one together. Miss Maharu finished off the last of her bun and washed it down with some coffee. When she was done, she took a deep breath. What? Oh, what the shit? She took a notebook out of her bag and laid it on the counter. What's this? The front cover was being held together with tape. I felt like I'd seen this old book before. Wait, is this...
あんたたちの惑星観測ノートだよ。
Holy shit! Oh my god! Our planetary observation journal. That's right. Hikari, Saya, and I wrote this together. Why do you still have it, though? Also, what's with the tape?
さやがね、持ってきたんだよ。
Oh.
泣きながら。
Oh, poor Saya. Oh, flashy back. Oh, no.
どうしたの、天の川さん。先生。何このノート。こんなに破れてしまって。
That okay. Okay, we're
冬休みの自由研究のノート。ひかりちゃんとあっくんと私の
It's okay. It's just a little torn cover. Nothing to fret about.
そうでください。
And, you know, sadness.
ノートがどうしてそうなっちゃったのか、なんで泣いてるのか、聞いても教えてくれなかったわ。
Oh, well, it was a mixture of torn cover and sadness. Like, you know what I mean? We used this journal to record our observations over 1 year. We were going to submit it as our 6th grade independent study project. So Saya handed it in, huh? She must have been the one who taped it too. Oh, right.
ねえ、あんたが星を見なくなっちゃったのと、そのノートが破れてるのって、やっぱ関係あるの？
It probably, you know, it has probably something to do with, Hikari and the whole, you know. Yep. I nodded. There was no use hiding it. Miss Maharu sighed but didn't ask any more. I silently stared at the notebook. Even the torn pages inside had been mended. When I imagined Saya trying to fix it all by herself, I felt a pain in my chest. I thought that when she was talking about how it was in pieces, I thought it was just the cover. And like how she fixed that. I didn't think it was the entire thing. What the fuck happened to it? What did we do? Oh my god. When I imagined Saya fixing this all by herself, I felt the pain in my chest. I already read that, but whatever.
また見たらいいじゃん、星。あんなに好きだったんだからさ。
I still do. Deep down. dot 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 dot.
っていうか、今でも好きでしょ？じゃなきゃロブソニアン作ろうなんて思いつかないよ。
Damn it. She's got me. That was Hikari's idea.
同じことだよ。そのアイディアにああやって乗っかったんだから。
Damn it. She's got me again. Oh, Miharu was right. I did still love the stars. They were so beautiful I could watch them all night. But that's exactly why I didn't. They meant too much to me. They would just hurt all the more. Why'd you quit being a teacher? Because the school was torn down. I guess you could have transferred. The question made me sound like a sulky child.
学校がなくなっちゃったからね。
He's gonna be like, you could have transferred just like I did. You could have gone to another school. Yeah. That's what the other teachers did. I didn't take it as hard as Hikari did today, but you still surprised me. I'd wanted Miss Maharu to stay the perfect teacher we'd always knew. Maybe it was selfish to push my own expectations onto her, but it's not like that was such a bad thing. We'd always loved and admired Miss Satome. It wasn't unreasonable to want to always feel that way about our favorite teacher. Miss Maharu's face took on a serious expression.
私も続けられるならそうしたかった。でもできなかったのよ。
Why not?
10円ハゲができてたの。
What? Huh? Miss Maharu went from looking serious to downright depressed.
あんたたちのキラキラした瞳にさらされてると、いつ自分の本性を見透かされるだろうって毎日不安でビクビクしてたもん。 モンスターペアレントは学校に怒鳴り込んでくるし、偉い人は無茶ぶりばっかしてくるし、教師がなんかやらかしたら即不祥事扱いだし。気がついたら円形脱毛症になってたの。ほら、ここらへん。
Oh god, she's gonna show us. Miss Maharu lifted up the hair at the back of her head. She didn't have any bald patches, but in places her hair was shorter where it had only recently started to grow back. I didn't know what to say. I had no idea. She had a way more serious reason for quitting than I'd imagined. I always thought it was because she hated getting up in the mornings or just didn't want to work anymore. I guess that means we were a part of the reason Miss Maharu started losing her hair. We'd always been kind of mischievous, but I never thought we'd cause our teacher this much trouble. Look, I'm really, really sorry. Miss Maharu put her hands in her pockets and stared absently out the window.
私、向いてなかったのよ。先生って仕事。これでも一応、希望を持って選んだ職業だったんだけどね。
I mean, I could see teacher being that stressful. Teaching someone for me to do anything is hard, so I would never make it out as a teacher. Not to mention, you don't get paid as much as you think you would, right? Well, at least here in the States, teachers get shit, man. I couldn't stand to hear her put herself down. That's not true. Forgetting that I was on the job, I raised my voice. You were a great teacher back then.
あの頃はって。おい。
Well, of course you're not now. You're not even a teacher anymore. We all looked up to you so much. Even Taikachi tried to behave around you. Even that little shit, who is now my best friend. And what about Saya? She decided to go to Saisumi because she wanted to be a great teacher like you.
あの子、そんなこと言ってるの?
That was an amazing thing about Saya. Even when she saw Miss Maharu as she was now, she never gave up on her dream. That girl looked delicate, but her heart was strong.
なんかプレッシャーね。
You got no pressure anymore. Miss Maharu nervously fiddled with her hair. And besides, you weren't just a teacher. You taught us all how fun watching the stars could be. That night when you showed us the winter albiero, that was what started it all. On a freezing winter night, Miss Maharu had shown us the blue and orange double star shining in the night sky. If she hadn't done that, we never would have given astronomy a second thought. Hikari and I probably would have gone back to being just classmates, and we might not have made friends with Saya either. Miss Maharu just stared at me. I guess it had been a shock to hear me come out with all this, lay it all on thick. Then she gave me a bittersweet smile.
でも、その教え子は星を見るのをやめちゃったわ。
Oh, that's gonna change, though. Those words were like a knife in my heart. Ugh! Damn, that was a pretty heavy line, though. I gotta admit. Oh God, where am I going? We're gonna go check on him. I walked up the gentle slope, a bag slung over my shoulders. There weren't any street lights out here, so I had to use a flashlight to find my way. After work, I made the decision to come back. It was only November, but the nights were getting colder. It was too cold now to wear light clothes out. I pulled the zipper of my parka up a little further against the night air and walked on. None of you watch the stars anymore, though. Heavy line. Damn. I stopped for a moment and looked up at the sky. Out here, the night sky completely filled my view. I stared up at the quiet autumn night sky. Sky dating sim. I needed connecting a few constellations. Even from so far away, their light still reaches us. I mumbled to no one in particular and started walking again. Hope they're still here. After leaving the forest path, I found myself at the old station, now as quiet as a grave. Well, usually I'd have gone home by now. Why'd I come back here without calling ahead? Knowing those two, they're probably still here somewhere. As I tried to convince myself, I heard the muffled sound of conversation inside the train car. Yep, I can make out Saya's voice. She was talking to Hikari about something. Let me just... Shh, I know I got problems, okay? Were they talking about me? I paused outside the door and held my breath.
大丈夫でしょ。なんとかなるって。先生のお母さんにも気に入られてるんでしょ。まあ、結婚はやりすぎだと思うけど。 そうじゃないの。そういうんじゃなくて、このままだとアキトくん山の人になっちゃうんじゃないかって。
Look, maybe being a mountain man is good. A mountain guy? Did she mean a mountaineer?
この前テレビにね、山にこもって忍者の修行をしてるおじさんが出てたの。ああ、知ってる。見た見た。森の中で一人で手裏剣とか鎖鎌の練習してたおじさんだ。
I'm not gonna become a fucking forest ninja or mountain ninja.
それを見てて思ったの。
Even though that'd be pretty fucking awesome.
アキトくんもああなっちゃうんじゃないかって。
What?
私、ひげもじゃでお風呂にも入らなくなったアキトくんにおでん届けるのかなって。
Maybe I'll bring him some soup every now and then. Saya, I didn't realize you were worried about me like that.
Huh?
I heard.
Akito!
I heard everything. Don't fucking get glary at me. I'm sorry for making you worry. I really am. I said apologetically. The image of Saya coming all the way out here to bring soup to a wild, shaggy mountain man had really touched me. But you don't have to worry. I don't plan on becoming a ninja. The mountain man, sure, but the ninja, not happening. Saya nodded, still not totally convinced. Did she have that little faith in me? I guess I couldn't blame her after everything I'd done.
何しに戻ってきたの?
Well, I needed to make sure you guys were okay. Hikari spoke irritably. She probably didn't enjoy my previous exit. Nobody would. That was a douchebag move. Well, I figured you two would still be here. And I thought it would be just like you to decide to stay here overnight without actually preparing anything. Saya and Hikari shared an uneasy glance. Looks like I was right on the mark. Got him. Flump. I dropped my mountain climbing backpack that I brought with me onto the floor. After work, I'd stopped by the club room to collect it. I brought blankets, sleeping bags, extra layers, and also provisions, if you would. Oh my god. Get these shiny star eyes. Their eyes lit up when they saw the mountain of snacks tumble out of my bag from the convenience store.
実はお腹空いててどうしようかって話してたんだよね。
You're lucky I'm an actual mountain man. I could go out and hunt if I needed to, but I don't need to right now. It's only gonna get colder from here on out. You'd really be in trouble if you stayed out here with no food and no way to keep warm, you derps. Didn't these two ever plan ahead? In that respect, they hadn't changed at all. Saya had come a long way, but she still had her blind spots. I started to get dinner ready, grumbling all the while. I set up my portable stove and poured some bottled water into the pot. Ooh, what will it be?
カップ麺きたー。私チリトマト。
I like shrimp flavored. It's pretty good.
シーフードがいい。
Ooh, Saya's my girl, apparently. Shit, man. We waited for the water to boil, then poured it into our noodle cups. Even sitting still for 3 minutes was too much for the girls. They kept fidgeting and checking their watches.
3分経った。いただきまーす。
Straight up 3 minutes gone by instantly. Give me this food.
いただきます。
I can do that too. Oh. Dear God. And Sai's just fucking dead over here from the instant noodles and how good they are. They must have been pretty hungry too. I almost said hungry. I'm hungry! Pretty hungry to enjoy such a simple meal so much.
こういうところで食べるカップ麺ってなんでこんなに美味しいんだろうね。
No, it's because you haven't eaten anything all day. God damn it.
わかる。すごく温まる。
Is it weird that I can eat like the instant noodles in a cup and just be perfectly fine, but I find like that like cheap ramen from in the packet, you know, like the one where you can buy 12 for like $1. I find that to be disgusting now. I'll buy the other ramen, I guess the fancier ramen, just because it actually tastes amazing and it's spicy. Ooh, but not that other ramen. No. Help yourself to rice balls, too. And this bag of potato chips is from Miss Maharu. Miss Maharu had managed to scrape together enough pocket change to contribute to our food for the night. The delicate young maidens before me wolfed down the feast of carbs and fats like a couple of bears getting ready to hibernate. I had to admit, I was getting hungry, too, and soon yielded to temptation and joined them. After we'd calmed our raging appetites a little, I took the notebook out of my bag and showed it to the others.
何？
Welp. Maybe it was too dark to see it properly. I shined my flashlight onto the threadbare old book. You guys already know. Yup. Miss Maharu gave it to me.
なんで先生が？
Well, Saya. I looked over at Saya. Her eyes were downcast. Apparently, Saya handed it in.
テープで直してある。これもサヤがやってくれたの？
Saya nodded silently.
そうだったんだ。
Hikari carefully picked up the notebook and opened it. It was full of notes we'd made on the stars and planets throughout that year, along with illustrations drawn in colored pencil. Every place it was torn felt like a fresh wound in my heart. Hikari seemed to feel the same.
ごめん、サヤ。本当にごめん。
I'm sorry too, Saya. We both put our hands together and begged for forgiveness. Saya just shook her head.
光とあっくんに喧嘩してほしくなかったの。仲直りしてほしかったから。
Hikari and I shared an awkward look.
もう喧嘩なんてしてないよ。ね、アキト。
Yeah, water under the bridge. It was years ago. Yeah, we're friends again. Just like old times. We put our arms around each other and forced ourselves to smile. Saya stared at us, then giggled. Hikari was enchanted by her innocent smile.
ありがとう、サヤ。やっぱあんたが大好きだ。
Me too. Wait, I shouldn't say that. Hikari bounded forward and hugged her old friend.
こぼれるよ。
My cabbages! Thanks, Saya. Saya's kindness was enough to melt away the bitter feelings I'd buried away deep in my heart. Before we knew it, we were all laughing. Our brain, hearts. There we go. Our hearts lighter now. Ooh. I got down. Ooh.
おいしかった。ごちそうさま。
God, it only takes Saya to make everything better. Hikari was the first to finish. She drained her cup to the bottom and slammed it down on the floor. I'm done too. I tossed my disposable chopsticks into the empty cup. Saya began to hurry through her meal. I was gonna say, she's probably the one that eats the slowest.
慌てなくていいって。
Jesus, why are you rushing? You'll end up choking at that speed, you fucking idiot.
ごちそうさま。
You didn't even enjoy it at the end there.
あったまったね。ありがとね、アキト。ありがとう、アキトくん。
Ah, you're welcome. A little thing like this was nothing. It's getting cold. I'll get the blankets. As the night wore on, the temperature was steadily dropping. I figured it would be best to wrap up while we were still feeling warm. When I got things ready, Akari went to the window. She looked out into the night, deep in thought. What are you thinking about? Maybe she was wondering if she could still make it in time for the last train home.
それよりさ、お風呂入ろうよ。
A bath? Where? What?
お風呂？
Where the fuck would we even take a bath?
ほら、あったじゃん。小さい露天風呂。
Are there? What? Open air baths? Oh, that's right. Wait, what? Across the mountain was a thriving hot springs area. But a few natural springs were dotted around it this side too. There was an old man that lived up here and had one all to himself. So we'd asked him if we could use it any chance we got. That old man left years ago, though. I bet no one lives there anymore. The train line was abandoned and driving out there here would be too much of a hassle. And thanks to the dam, the town at the foot of the mountain was gone. I was pretty sure that everybody had moved away by now.
行ってみようよ。温泉は残ってるかも。
Holy shit. Yep, you're just as impulsive as always, Hikari. Admittedly, I was curious about whether it was still there too. Oh, God. You already know what's next time. The Hot Springs episode. Wait, am I like bathing with them? I don't think that'd be a thing. I feel like I'd have, since there's a bunch of open air baths, I could just go to another one, I guess. But we'll probably have a scene. Yeah.